Yeah.
Clicking buttons. There we are.
Oh.
Hello, everyone. Let me make sure the
Oh,
audio
my.
devices are right. That's on the right output. And
So we don't spend the first half hour not being able to be heard.
It
Like
fucking
we've never done
happens.
before.
I think you should put the
That's
right output
never
on the
happened.
left. And
Don't get me started on rights and left, because that shit don't make sense.
What about Dennis and North?
Dennis and North.
Left
Who the fuck
and
is
wrong.
Dennis? Left and wrong. Hi,
Port
everyone.
And starboard.
Yeah, welcome to the show. We're supposed to be playing Anvi tonight, but April fucking hates us. Because of that, we're
It's a
doing Teenage Odyssey one shot, and you know what? It's appropriate. Oh shit, Bert's there. Hi, Bert.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the Kickstarter's still going, and I need more people to back it. We're on day 10. We got 20 days to go, and we're at 39%. So, I mean,
Progress.
yeah, progress. I feel good about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I recorded a podcast, the Vintage RPG podcast. I was on that. I don't know if I'm supposed to announce it, but anyone who would say I'm not supposed to isn't here. So I could say whatever I want.
That means they can't stop you.
Yeah.
In fact, it's your podcast
Did
now.
you have a good time?
It was fun. It was fun. I think it was very entertaining, and Adam did a very good job of keeping up with the stupid things, I would say. So it's going to be a good episode. Vintage RPG podcast. Go check it out. I don't know when the fuck it's coming out. I think 3 days, maybe? What would that be? Monday, Tuesday? I'm not doing math.
That'd be Tuesday.
That's hard.
No, that'd be Monday.
Okay. I think it's coming out Monday. Because he's just like, let me do math. This will come out when there's 17 days left.
Early next week.
Yeah. I don't fucking know. So yeah, we're playing Teenage Odyssey. Oh, you know what I just realized?
You got a name.
I got a name?
What?
We have a Dirk and a Pete again.
Yeah. I realized I didn't look at that corner when I fixed up the overlay. Hang on a second. I can fix this. I know what to do. I gotta go here, and I gotta go to my TTRPG folder, and I gotta go down to... Is it Ghibli shit? That's where I store some of that stuff. There's a Ghibli shit folder. Ghibli. Joe, how do you pronounce that?
I say Ghibli.
Okay. All right.
I think it's the dealer's choice, really.
Yeah.
All right. So we're just going to put him there.
Gifly.
It's graphical,
Yeah.
so it's Ghibli. No,
Yeah.
not Gribbly. No.
I'm gonna put this here.
Gahibli.
Ghibli.
Gahibli.
Yeah.
It's a solid G sound.
Okay.
Yep.
I think that's the highest class fix I ever did for an overlay error.
Oh my.
John appreciates it.
I do.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, because Joe's character and Jake's character, their names were incorrect. I'm like, well, I just don't want them to have Russells. So you all get Russells covering your character names. Speaking of character names.
So
That's fine.
we're all Russell then.
Yeah.
Meh.
Meh. Shit. I like later tier Russell when he's been in a campaign for a while, because he gains the ability to teleport through mashed potatoes. And it's worthwhile. Just all of a sudden, there's a pile of mashed potatoes. Russell climbs out of it, does whatever he has to do, and then he just like vomits up another pile of mashed potatoes and crawls into it and teleports back to wherever he was at. Because potato gods can do whatever
Like the
fuck they want.
Demigorgon.
Yeah, just like the Demigorgon, really.
Demigorgon.
I mean, I didn't realize I was really channeling the classics with Russell.
Yeah, he's the russet gorgon, really.
He's the russet gorgon. Really, it all comes down to Zeus tried to bang Russell. but Russell has teeth, and
We're going off.
Zeus has got to keep his dick out of everything. He
he
does.
really does.
Yeah.
He's like, that's a nice looking cow.
He's got to learn
over
that
there.
lesson.
Joe doesn't know what he's talking
never
about
learns.
because Greek mythology was outlawed in his house as a child. If it wasn't retold through VeggieTales, Joe wasn't allowed to come across it.
That's unfortunately too accurate.
Speaking of VeggieTales, Joe, who are you playing tonight?
Oh yeah, I'm playing so he's got an arcade champion background, and because I only had 1 HP but 18 mind, kind of a frail guy, I'm going to be Heaven Stalking.
Heaven Stalking. I hate you, and it's an amazing name. That's great. Jake, who do you got, bud?
I've got Ty Doolin, who is a football champ. He has football pads.
Nice. Football pads are great. How much damage reduction does that give you?
I don't know.
It's obvious. Why don't we go with 2?
Okay.
All right. Dan, what do you got, bud?
Technically, I've got Carl's DeSanto, but today I'm also Russell number 3.
Yeah.
Since I was picked 3rd in order.
That
So
is
obviously
accurate.
Russell number 3.
I went, ooh. Oh, actually, ooh. Yeah. Okay. Russell number 3, Carl DeSanto. What is your background?
Farmer's Kid.
Oh, that's right. The farmer's kid. And you have a special perk. Radioactive Fist. That's what it is.
Yes. And being unpopular, apparently.
He cured zombieism.
He did cure
I did.
zombieism. Yeah.
But I was looked at grotesquely for it.
How dare.
As you do.
How fucking dare. John, who do you got, bud?
Yeah.
I'm playing Cody Johnson, aka Russell number 4.
Mm-hmm.
And I am an art kid, but more by art kid, I'm my dad's a carpenter and a contractor, and so I'm more into like interior design and that sort of thing.
Very cool. Very cool. Okay. Late summer 1992. Why not? We'll go back a year. Who's going to stop me? No, we need to go forward because some of you existed in 1993 and we're moving forward from then. Time
it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter in these games. I can do whatever I want. 1992, late summer. After a terrible tour of the Zing ! Cola Factory.
We were there.
The rest of the summer, or the beginning part of the summer, uneventful. It is hot. It is humid. And you 4 friends, have one simple task that you've got on your minds today. You are going to head down to the Circle K, pick up some snacks, some refreshments, to get you through a day of hanging out at the local swimming pool. That's your goal. Get some snacks and refreshments.
It's going to be tough.
From the Circle K. By the way, what are we going to call this adventure? We're going to call this adventure Everything's All Right at the Circle K.
Oh, no.
That name will make more sense later.
Is it spelled not in the usual way that right is spelled?
Absolute correct spelling.
Dang.
Nope.
All right, there goes
spelling
one idea.
Is spelled with an S, but not where you think.
Yeah, not where you think. Somewhere strange and fanciful. It's the British spelling. Anyway, you're all riding on your bikes across town. You've met up. You're in your regular clothes. You got your backpack on with your swim trunks and your towel. And, maybe one of you has sunblock. I don't know. It would probably be Joe's character. Because your mom probably loaded
if
you
I
up
take any
with...
sunburn, I die.
Yeah.
I'm just wearing my swim trunks. I didn't bring a change because I don't want to change in a public locker.
Yeah. If you change in a public locker room, you're just going to see the creepy old dudes that just like to splay for no reason. I grew up in a small town. I can vouch for that. So did Jake, but I don't know if Jake can vouch for that.
I can pretend to, at least.
There you go. There you go. I would have asked that question in a more pointed direction, but I feel like that really takes us into inappropriate territory for public conversation.
But
Anyway,
hilarious conversation
Yeah.
away from everyone else.
yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Just like Amy. Anyway,
Yeah.
as you're riding your bikes
Especially.
across town, you know, you cut across the highway, you're going down that long stretch of straight sidewalk. It's new sidewalk heading up to the Circle K. And as you're heading that direction, you see the Circle K. You do. You see the classic red trim, the big logo. Honestly, where I grew up, we didn't have Circle Ks. We had Casey's. But if I really feel like if I say, you know, this adventure takes place in a Casey's, like just the Midwest is going to get it. Everyone else is going to be like, because John, did you have Casey's?
We didn't have Casey's. I think in the 90s we were starting to see the early the rise of the Quick Trip.
Yeah, Quick Trips would have been a good choice, but doesn't sound as fun as Circle K.
In the town that Jake and I grew up in, it was Casey's, and then once we got a little older, it was Texaco. I had a lifetime ban from Texaco.
I can't
Neat.
imagine.
Yeah. Joe, did you have Casey's up there in the mountains?
No,
No?
only here.
Okay. So it's really narrowing it down just to like the high plains.
Yeah.
Dan, did you have Casey's?
I mean, not exactly, no, not unless I left town.
Okay. It's really rural high plains. So see? Good thing
Yes, it's always been rural.
You
Yeah.
have to see the plains when you go out.
We had
Yeah, yeah,
we had
yeah.
loaf and jug.
Yeah.
Well, Joe,
We always had a quick shop.
say that again.
Loaf and jug.
That is why all of Joe's character names are so fucked up. Because his local gas station was called the Loaf and Jug. What
Yeah.
the fuck? Did they have like a real strong like German population?
No, it's just loaf and jug, like loaf of bread and jug.
A lot of like red and black color
Stuff.
schemes.
It's the same exact color scheme as 7-Eleven. So I always got it confused.
Okay. It was franchise 7-Eleven. Just
Yeah.
okay.
I don't know.
We're off topic, Joe. Stop distracting me. As you're going down
My
this
bad.
straight stretch of sidewalk, you can see that the Circle K is in fact surrounded by police cruisers. Lights are going. There is an ambulance. There is a fire truck. They have the entirety, like the entire property from like all around the parking lot, the fuel pumps, clear around to the back, roped off with, you know, that crime scene tape. And you can see at the end of the sidewalk where you're heading before you get into the Circle K property, there's a small crowd right there. And so you all kind of ride up, kind of slow down on your bikes, stop, and you see people you recognize. Small town, you recognize a lot of these people. You see regulars at who always hang out at the Circle K. They're all just watching. They all look very concerned. What do you all want to do?
Is the creepy guy who's got a lot of weird rumors circulating about him, is he in the crowd?
Yeah, absolutely. He's
Okay,
got
I'll
that.
talk to the creepy guy from town.
Yeah, he's got that
He probably
old
knows
beat up
best.
green Stanley thermos.
I'm gonna ride my bike up to the teenage stoner guy that usually works the register.
Okay. Absolutely. So we're gonna start with Jake. So Jake, you pull up to that old dude who's always there, always refilling his his fucking thermos with coffee from the Circle K. He's just always there. Like he lives off of the fucking Circle K hot dogs and coffee.
Somebody's got to buy that stuff.
Oh, hey there, kid. You gotta stay back.
Why? What's going on here?
Shit. It's a fucking wild animal attack, they're saying. I didn't see it, which is awfully suspicious, but yeah, I saw the aftermath. Goddamn, blood everywhere. That that kid who came back from college because he couldn't hack it. He was working there this morning. He was just torn to shreds. Store was a mess. Called the Fuzz. They showed up, locked it down. They're saying some kind of crazy monster that did this, and they got no clues about what's going on.
Are you sure it was blood and not just like ketchup or red smoothie?
I've seen enough blood in my day, and that looked like blood, it smelled like blood, and it tasted like blood.
And I told you this guy was messed up.
That's right. That's right. Super messed up.
Well, thanks for the heads up.
His name is Pisspot Randy.
Thanks
Oh,
for
no.
the heads up, Peapot Randy.
I mean, normally it's not safe to ingest blood, but he's probably got everything already. So
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
It's
Listen.
probably too late for him.
Y'all stay safe, stay clean. There's something out there, and I just know it's the goddamn Democrats that are doing this. I know it. It can't be anything else. Anyway,
Obviously, yes.
Clearly, Peapot Randy. You got it.
yeah, that's right. That's right. They ain't been right since Reagan done shot Kennedy. Anyway, we hop over to John.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's not the Demogorgon, it's the Demogorgon.
That would have been a really entertaining way for this adventure to go, but I will confirm it here 100%. The enemy is not the Demogorgon. Anyway,
Dang it.
John.
Yeah.
The old stoner guy, his name is
Ollie.
Ollie.
But his name tag says George.
Yeah. He's Ollie. Name tag says George. He gets really uncomfortable if you ask about the difference. Hey man.
Sometimes his name's Sandy.
Yeah, that's true. It depends on if we get our vests accidentally swapped around or not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
What's happening, man?
I don't know. They won't let me in, but like my shift started like 20 minutes ago, and like I was here on time, and like I tried to go in, and the police are like, "Nah, you can't come in here." And I'm like, "Hey, man, like I gotta get in there. I gotta clock in," and they're like, "You can't clock in, man." And then I'm like, "You can't tell me what to do. Like this isn't like this is America, like land of the free. I've got my constitutional rights."
Mm-hmm.
And they're all like, "No, this is safety." And I'm like, "It's perfectly safe." And they're like, "No, there's like some kind of like creature like running around that like killed like somebody." And
like a wolf or a bear?
Oh, I don't know. They're not saying. I bet like, have you ever heard of like a Wolverine?
Yeah, that guy with the puffy hair and the claws.
No, apparently it's based off like a real animal, like the Tasmanian devil.
Yeah. They're like big weasels.
Yeah, like
And they
that.
spin around a lot.
No, that's from the cartoons, but like these are real because I read it in like a National Geographic. It was one of those disappointing National Geographics that didn't have the boobs in them. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, like I think it was a Wolverine, but they're all like, "Listen, you can't go in there. We got an investigation." I'm like, "I'll investigate for you, man, because I know where everything's at." But they're like, "No, if we can't figure this out, we're gonna have to put the whole town on like lockdown, like martial law, like fucking like this is America. They can't do that." But they said they're gonna do that. And like I gotta get in there because I got places to be later on. Like I can't have my stuff interrupted because like it's time sensitive. But like if I don't figure this out and investigate what happened and stop this Wolverine badger, the whole town's going to get locked down. So I got to stop it. That way I'll be the hero.
Yeah.
Because the cops aren't going to do anything because they're all like dumb.
Yeah. Yeah. That's fair. That's fair. Well, you should maybe get a note from them saying that they wouldn't let you into work. That way you
Oh.
keep your job.
That's a good idea. And like he just ducks under the don't cross thing, like, hey, Mr. Copper, like I need, and like he just gets tackled by like 2 cops. Like, we told you 3 times already.
I'm like,
Is now the time to sneak through, guys?
We're in a pretty small town too, right?
Yeah.
Like, so are there more cop cars here than our town has?
Yeah, absolutely. But it's not. You kind of look over the parking lot, and like most small towns, they kind of lean on the neighboring small towns for assistance in situations. So as you kind of look across the parking lot, there's like the 2 cruisers that your town has, because your town has 2 cops. One who works half the day, the other one who works the other half of the day. You look around, you see like 2 or 3 of the neighboring towns. You see their cruisers there. You even see like a couple highway patrol there. So there's more of a police presence than your town can normally has. But looking across everything, it all kind of makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not overly suspicious, just serious.
Serious, yes.
Yeah.
Not overly suspicious.
Or
Serious.
everyone's just really bored.
yeah.
Could be.
Like they probably,
Yeah.
like there might be 1 or 2 actual police officers, and then the rest is probably like sheriff's deputies and whatnot.
Could be. Volunteers and stuff like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, could be.
Okay.
So since it seems like we have maybe a bit of a distraction, I'm just like,
Yeah, while not George is getting the crap whooped out of him, maybe we can slip around.
Yeah, okay. So if you want to, what's your plan for slipping around? Are you just going to duck under the tape and just make a dash for the front door? You going to try and slip around the back or something? Like what's the game plan here? And then we'll figure out what roles we're going to do.
slipping around the back. Like,
And they just
Yeah.
leave the back open so they can take the
Casually-
trash out, right?
yeah. Slip under the
Okay.
tape, but stay close to the crowd so we kind of blend in with the crowd till we get some
Okay.
cover.
Yeah, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to make each of you give me a body test. Now, beating the body test, we're going to kind of split this up a little bit with the way it works. So let's say your body scores a 10. If you roll a 10 to 5, that's a success. If you roll a 4 to 1, we'll call that a success +1. And you can give that +1 to someone who might fail. So the lower you roll, you can hopefully cover. And that 10 is a number. We're going with half of your fucking body score here.
I am able to sneak everyone.
What, did you roll a
Yeah.
1?
I did.
Yes,
And my body score is 18.
Okay. So, well, that's a success
No,
+1.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I made it.
I need help.
Did you fail?
It's a nat 1, though.
It is. That's really good.
Good job, Dan.
It's the one time it can be celebrated.
Yeah.
Is it under or at or under?
At or under?
Okay, then I pass.
You rolled at. All right. Jake and John, how'd you do?
Yeah.
Passed.
Okay.
Also passed.
Oh, so we
No
didn't
one
even need
needs
it.
my help.
No one needed your help. That's the fucking catch there, Dan. You rolled amazing in a situation where your amazing roll could help others, and no one fucking
it
needed
doesn't.
it. Those ungrateful dicks.
Yeah.
As you all duck under the tape, kind of hug close to the crowd, move around the dumpster on the side of the building, head towards the back door, and exactly like Jake said, there's a little wooden wedge there that kind of keeps that door propped open, just maybe a ½ inch. You move up, you grab the door. There's no handle on the outside, but there's just enough space that you can kind of get your fingers in and pull it open. And as you pull this door open, there is like this musky scent that hits you with this underlying like hint of copper. And you all kind of step in. You're in the small back room, and by small back room, there's a small storeroom. You see the little manager's office. You've all seen this before because it's one of those gas stations when you go back to the bathroom, like you can just see off to the side where it's open. So yeah, you step into the back room. There's a little storage area. You can see if you go off this way, you'll get into the walk-in coolers, like back behind the drinks. You go this way, you're walking through the shelves of like stuff they have that isn't out on the floor, to the little manager's area. Then you're right next to the bathroom, and then you come out right next to the cash registers.
Is the walk-in cooler stocking area accessible from where we are?
Yeah.
Okay, because I think maybe going
are we
through
just
there and
Yeah,
get our supplies first?
yeah. Yeah,
and also scope the place for cops.
Oh, well, I was just
okay.
Yeah, we can look through the cooler
Drinks,
windows.
Yeah,
Exactly.
maybe they got. I bet they got pudding pops.
they probably do. Yeah.
Bomb pops.
Mm-hmm.
I like those Flintstone push pops. That's where I was at.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
I almost forgot about those.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, yeah. Well, I guess we can scope it out and then somebody can go grab snacks.
Yeah. So you all quickly duck and move into the walk-in cooler area, and just like Jake said, holy shit, Judas shows up in the chat. Suspicious looking peach. April. As I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, we're playing a one-shot of Teenage Odyssey because we were supposed to play Anvia, but April hates us and said, fuck you guys.
Well, her immune system hates
I'm
us.
gonna get
I
COVID.
know, I'm joking. April's sick. I'm just teasing. Anyway, April, thanks for showing up. I hope you're feeling better.
Yeah.
You all duck into the walk-in freezer, and just like Jake, you pointed out, you can peer through the drinks. It kind of wraps around a couple sides of the store. And back here, it's fine. It's cold. There's the secondary door that leads into like the actual frozen section. And as you're kind of looking through, why don't each of you roll me a mind test? You're all going to get to see something, but the better you do on this mind test, the more information I'll share with you.
Boom.
Why is
That's pretty good.
Oh, nice.
I need a refresh. Actually, I need to do two things. Give me a second. Everyone brace yourselves. I'm refreshing.
Oh no.
All the shit on my desk shook.
Oh, you braced yourself that hard?
I did. Well, everything. I made it myself. Of course, it's wobbly.
Nice. I am actually on a purchase desk. My previous desk here was half of a door sawed in, like a door cut in half. Part of it was braced onto a cement wall, and then I had a couple wooden rods as legs. I really enjoyed that desk.
I remember that desk.
It was a good desk, but just I needed to not be there for streaming. Because for those of you who don't know, my parents live in my basement, and my old office was right on the other side of the wall of their bedroom. And I figured my late night streams where I get kind of drunk and loud probably wouldn't be good. What is this music? It's very 90s. This is from
This is
Epidemic
late night
Sounds.
talk show.
It is.
Yeah.
It really is. I want to touch that volume down there just a little bit. It is Epidemic Sounds, City Pressure, Silver Flaw. Okay.
Well, whoever's less popular than Arsenio Hall and has a talk show, this is their theme song.
That's fair.
Yep.
That's fair. It was probably someone from Living Single. I love that show. It's a great show. Better than Friends. Fuck you, Friends. Living Single's where it's at. Anyway, how'd you all do? Is it Living Single?
I did not pass.
I got a 10. Passed.
I got distracted by soda.
Hugely because I got a 3 out of the 17. So
Yeah. Living Single starring Queen Latifah. That's a great show. Hey there, Oak. How's it going? All right. All right. Anyone fail?
I did.
All right, Jake, we'll start with you. And this is information. Oh, and Dan, this is information that you'll all have. You'll see the store is definitely, there's mess. There's been something that happened. And you can see around the counter area, there is definite like blood splatter. And the detail beyond that, with a fail, I'm not going to give you anymore. So, John and Joe, you two passed. Why don't I'm going to give you each a little bit of something. You, John, the thing that you can see is that there is the chalk outline behind the counter. Blood is all around. You can see that chalk tape outline when someone died and then they moved the body. It's broken up into several different outlines because apparently this person was torn limb from limb.
Ooh.
It's very rough. Another thing that you'll see, John, is lying a few feet away from them is there's always been a rumor that the Circle K kept a sawed-off shotgun under the counter. And you can see this sawed-off shotgun lying a few feet from this chalk outline. Now,
The shotgun didn't help.
yeah.
Probably.
Joe, what you see.
Yep.
Let me double check what I got written down. You can see that there are signs of some muddy footprints. Too far out to make out what kind of creature it may be, but you can see they came in through the front door and left through the front door. The other thing you can see is the majority of the store is actually in pretty good shape. But there is one of the, they've got those short aisles that are like half height, kind of on the far side, kind of back over there in the corner. You can see there is definitely a fucked up shelving area, and you're trying to remember like what was over there. That's the area that if you go to, you get kind of frowned at. It's the area where they have the adult magazines and the call it family planning. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's what you're all able to see. There are no police in the store. You can see that the lights have been switched off inside, so it's dark inside. What you're able to see is just through the natural light coming in through the front windows and along the front of the store. And that's the information you've got. So what the fuck are you doing now?
Grabbing a Jolt Cola and saying, if there's a camera in here, we ought to make sure it's turned off.
Hey,
Well, that'd be in the manager's office, right? But I'm also grabbing at least one, if not two sodas.
I would grab a couple
I gotta say,
Crystal Pepsis.
whatever happened to the person working there, they did have the shotgun. I don't think it helped. There's a shotgun laying over there.
For real?
Maybe they didn't shoot it.
Score! Oh, hell yeah.
Okay. You all leave out the freezer area. You're a little chilly. You've gotten a few drinks. Maybe you popped over and grabbed a little bit from the ice cream area.
Don't step in the blood.
Yeah. You pass through the regular like storage area into the little manager's office area, and you can see that there is that little security monitor. And it's got that old, I don't know if any of you would remember it. They used to sell those 24-hour VCRs, security VCRs, and they would just record on a loop, and then if something happened, you would just stop it. That way it wouldn't record over it in the future. And you can see that they've got 4 cameras set up on this monitor. One of them is Oh, catch you later, April. Hope you're feeling better. And hopefully we'll see you Sunday for our next recording of Pathfinder. You can see one of them set up on like kind of the corner of the building, so it kind of catches the front door on the outside of the building and the gas pumps. The other one is placed behind the counter looking out over the store. The next one is directly on the counter. So it's like a top-down view where you could see someone who's standing at the counter along with the cash register. And the third one is actually inside the restroom.
Oh,
I am going to go.
so we haven't actually been on camera yet then?
No, you have not been on camera yet.
I'm going to go
Pause.
investigate the family planning section.
Okay.
I need to collect evidence.
Yeah. So real quick, Dan, you go to pause it, and as you do, you realize that it's not recording, and you pop that little door open. You can see there's actually no tape in there right now.
Oh, I guess we're good to go then.
Yeah.
Suspicious.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Maybe the cops.
Suspicious indeed.
it could be police,
probably
could be
took it.
suspicious. Who knows?
But you think they wouldn't have put another one in?
Or it was just there to make the employees feel better.
All of
And
these are
they
valid
never
answers.
recorded security footage at all.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they got a camera in the bathroom, so I'm pretty sure they were probably recording something every now and then.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Remind me to get my dad's lawyer on the phone sometime.
Yeah.
Remind me to never use a bathroom here again.
Yeah.
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 As you all head out around the corner onto the sales floor, I'll say you're being a little sneaky so no one outside sees you inside.
Oh yeah.
Gotta stay under the shelves, right?
Yeah. So, John, you said you were going to go investigate family planning. What are the rest of you going to be doing?
Looking for red vines, probably.
So
Eyes
Dan,
on the prize.
Dan is loading up on snacks. Joe?
Probably going to be also loading up on snacks or drinks.
I like it. Crime before mystery. That's the way to do it. Jake?
Mhm.
I'll check out the shotgun.
Okay.
See if it's got any still unused rounds in it.
Sure. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. Joe and Dan, you two are looting. Not a problem.
Mhm.
It's very important.
Investigating the aisles.
Yeah. John, yeah.
I will,
For
I will
wrongdoing.
say,
Yeah.
as Jake's going to investigate the shotgun, I'm like, remember the commercial. Don't be high with the gun.
Dude,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not going to get high with the gun. I'm going to get high after.
Yeah. So, John, you started this off. You sneak around to the family planning area. And as you come around, it is very much destroyed. You're looking around. Every single prophylactic has been shredded. Every naughty magazine has been shredded. Yeah.
Wait.
Absolutely destroyed. Like, it's very intentional too. Like, every prophylactic package is just a very like sharp hole jabbed through the center of each one.
I think it was a religious Wolverine. I just announced that.
Okay.
It hates birth control and nudie mags.
Maybe it was the Republicans.
Maybe it's a Republican Wolverine.
Yeah.
Well, we'll never know until we get to the bottom of this.
Yeah.
That's right.
So, Jake, you head over behind the counter and you see, this double barrel shot off shotgun. And as you kind of move over to it, go ahead and I'm going to have you give me a mind test.
Oh boy.
You got this. I believe in you.
Hey, I do got it.
Nice.
You do got it. As you
Four
move
under
up,
9.
you're about to reach down until you realize that the shotgun is on the ground and it's just covered in this kind of like lumpy, like opaque, like slime. It's really disgusting looking.
Never mind. I'm sure this gun was used, but not in the way that would have been effective.
Okay.
Hey, prophylactics, slime on the gun. Someone was shooting blanks.
Oh, no.
Bang, bang.
Oh no.
Bang bang.
That was funny. Screw you guys.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. Maybe it was like a wait. Can you touch it and see if it's sticky? Maybe it was like a snot thing. Like it looped it and yoinked it.
No.
It just lubed it.
I'm not.
Phrasing,
No, I mean
yeah.
I'm not touching it. In fact, I'm gonna see if they got some. I don't know, Twizzlers.
Yeah, you go
Snacks
get
bar.
snacks. Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
So-
Yeah.
It's
So
ectoplasm
the gun is still there. It's just covered in stuff.
Yeah,
covered in goo.
covered in goo. I mean, it is a crime
Do they have
scene.
those?
Yeah.
Do they have those like dinosaur grabber?
Give me a luck test, Joe.
Oh, nice.
Oh God.
I have such bad luck.
You have a 1 for your luck score.
I think
They-
most of
Yeah.
us have a 1 for
Yeah.
our luck score.
They don't.
Damn.
How dare they?
You're looking
Paper
around.
towels?
You do. Yeah,
Does my
they do
luck
have
go
paper
up if I
towels.
fail a luck chest?
No.
Is that?
Is that a
Or-
rule? Did I make that a rule? That
I
might
thought you
be.
made that a rule at one point.
That might be the other game that we haven't announced yet.
What was the question?
Does luck go up on a fail?
Oh, I don't recall that being a
That's-
thing.
That might be the other game.
I think that's the other game.
That's definitely a mechanic, but I don't remember from
I
life.
think that's the other one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because in the other one, I've got a lot more abilities that fuck around with luck.
That's right. Okay.
So Chuck, I'll grab 2 toilet paper rolls,
Yeah,
and
grab
I'm
some
not unrolling
Bounty.
the toilet paper. Like I'll
Yeah.
peel it off, but then I'm just holding them, and I'm like trying to like scoop the shotgun up without touching it. Just
Yeah,
like-
yeah. I'll
Yeah.
let you do it. This is fine. It's heavy, so it takes some work. But eventually you scoop the shotgun off. And as you do, you get a little bit better of a look at this thick, lumpy, yellowish white slime that's just entirely covering the shotgun and the area, like maybe like 6 to 8 inches around the shotgun. And you kind of pick it up, you give a little shake, and then you kind of drop it on the ground next to it. It's still very much slime covered, but it's out of the thick of it.
You wanted to look at it?
No, I'm good. I'm gonna get some peanut M&Ms.
Now, I will say this, John, you do remember that in the back you saw one of those big, like industrial sinks, like the big rectangular trough sinks. You could carry this back there and just drop it in there and just fucking hose it off because it's got one of those
Yeah.
spray nozzles.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do that.
Jake and
Nothing bad happens.
Yeah, Jake, I do want to
Because
say,
you soak them in water.
what kind of M&Ms were you getting?
Peanut.
Okay, peanut M&Ms are good. If you would have
Yeah.
said peanut butter M&Ms, I was going to give you a point of luck because those are the best M&Ms. But you didn't.
They are
I
pretty
don't
good.
think they existed then, though.
I'm
for what it's
No.
worth.
sure they.
But Reese's Pieces did.
Yes,
Reese's
they did.
Pieces. I'm honestly not a fan of Reese's Pieces. You need that fucking chocolate, not just peanut butter and candy shell.
Fair enough.
I actually agree with you on this one.
But what about
Yeah.
Three Musketeers?
Fuck you, John.
I like all of these. They have sugar.
Yeah, Joe. Fucking your
Really? They
mortal
were-
enemy.
Peanut
is
butter M&Ms
Wilford
came out in
Brimley.
1991.
I was gonna say I remember peanut butter M&Ms as a kid. Well, kid-ish. So yeah, there
Yeah.
would be peanut butter M&Ms, but Jake incorrectly picked peanut M&Ms, which I can't say. I still really like peanut M&Ms.
Yeah.
Anyway, John, you take the shotgun back. You hose it off. And after a few moments, you feel it has been very successfully de-stickied.
We're a few months too early.
Time out a second. I'm going to put Joe on the spot. Joe, are you good to play on Sunday? Not for Pathfinder, but for Bert's game.
Yes.
Okay, Bert, you heard it here. Joe is good to play on Sunday. Anyway, it's de-stickied. This is probably going to really, in the long term, be bad for the shotgun, but you're a kid. You don't know about fucking stripping off that oil. And anyway.
Don't worry. Somebody who does know could possibly save it if they get to it quick enough.
Quite possibly.
Yeah.
But
anyway. John, you de-sticky the shotgun.
Okay. Is it loaded?
You know what? It's 90s. You're a bunch of young male kids. You would absolutely know how to handle a firearm.
Yep. Nothing else. I assume that the Dan's character would probably know.
Oh, Dan's character would definitely know. Dan's character is probably disappointed by this shotgun.
I don't want to hear no inferior weapons like those.
Right. Dan's just like, give me a 20 over under any day, because if you're going for fucking ducks, that's the way to do it. Anyway, John, you push the lever to the side on the top, the breech pops open. The shells don't pop out all of the way, but they do most of the way, and you can see on the primer on the back of the shells, there are very clearly no indents. The two shells in this are unfired.
Okay. But they seem kind of gooey.
There's, as you kind of like, maybe you spend a little bit of time, you inspect it, and you kind of pull the shells out, and you can see these barrels are fairly well filled with this goo as well. So maybe you take a little bit longer and like hose out the interior of each barrel.
Sure.
But the entirety of it's gooey. The shells are unfired. You pop them back in, you slam the breech shut. You've got a sawed-off double-barrel shotgun. That does D10 damage.
Ooh. I'm sure you're totally ready to use it.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Now, the only other thing you all really haven't followed up on is why the fuck did the music stop? That's what we have to follow up on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. The side quest that we didn't know.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we'll go with... No, that's not playing. Okay, sure. Anyway. Yeah. The only other thing you haven't followed up on is the muddy footprints that Joe, you had seen on the floor.
Mm-hmm. One last thing I want to look for, is there like a knife section? I've seen that like there's like in the gift shop somewhere there's
this isn't quite like that, but I'll tell you what, Joe, there is in fact like a little cheapo gas station pocket knife section.
Yeah, the novelty Zippos and pocket knives.
Yeah.
I want to find one of those pocket knives and one of those lighters.
Yeah, not a problem. You find yourself a lighter, and you find yourself a little pocket knife, little, fold out, locking, knockoff Swiss Army knife.
Okay. So you said the footsteps looked like they came in the front and then walked around and then left?
Yeah. And you go and you kind of check those out. Now, Joe, I drew a little, it's just a bunch of fucking circles. That's what those footprints look like.
Okay.
If you would be kind enough to describe those. Griffin, we are not at a Casey's. We did have a long conversation about Casey's because some of us grew up in the plains of Kansas, and Casey's is the small town gas station we're used to.
Right.
It was always worth when you're passing through a Casey's. You always get a couple slices of pizza.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like the donuts. I always went for the Casey's donuts. That was my treat.
Those are good.
Yeah. Anyway, Joe, describe that shit.
The foot drawing that you made.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a foot with individual circles for every toe and no heel.
And that's what you see walking around.
Is it a pair of them?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure it wasn't like something hopping on one leg or something weird.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Distinctly no heel, though. So it's like tiptoeing around.
Do you think it made
And
like little
barefoot.
piano twinkle sounds?
Can I... You said it just came in and left. Like, where... Does it look
Well-
like it walked around much inside of the store? Like, can I try and track...
Yeah, it does. Yeah. So you see it. It came in and immediately went for the fucking like counter, the cash register. Looks plenty of foots. There was a scuffle there. Looks like it stalked around the store. Spent a little bit of time in family planning, and stopped back at the counter for a little while, and then headed back out the front door.
Okay.
If anyone's curious what tonight's drink of choice is, it's a giant ass bottle of Maker's Mark.
Nice. I've
I have
got
water and a Sprite.
Yeah.
I've got a Diet Coke as my backup, so I feel like I'm being real healthy tonight.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Joe, that's the information. It definitely was all over the store. And the hot spots where you see the most footprints, definitely kind of like those hot spots of activity. You see the family planning areas trashed, counter, dismembered body, sticky shotgun.
Okay. I mean, whatever came in left. We don't have the tape.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't take the gun, so we have it.
Yep.
Didn't like that the section. Is there any other like rooms like there's the front of the store area? Is there like a back office or anything?
That's where
like,
you guys came in through. And I will tell you,
Okay.
you don't need to go back. There were no footprints in the back area.
Okay. Well, we know we're looking for these weird muddy prints. I wish we could track them out the front door, but that would probably be difficult.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
Yeah. Now,
We should go swimming.
looking
Can we
out the
see-
front door. Yeah, go ahead, Joe. What's your question?
I want to try to like poke through. I don't want to like. I want to like look behind or like move something out of the way on the shelf so I can try and look outside and not
Absolutely.
be super noticed.
You can. And I
And
would
see if I can see where these footsteps go.
absolutely. I would like to put a reminder out there that there is the camera that points out in the front area, which covers the front door, the gas pumps. You could head back to the back office and look through that camera as well.
Okay.
So, what do you want to do? Do you want to poke through and kind of peer through the front windows, or go look through the camera feed?
I guess if the camera feed seems like it's high enough fidelity that I would be able to see
It's the
footprints. then-
90s, so like not super. So here's what I'm getting at, Joe.
Mhm.
Oh, it's a test either way. If you poke through the front window, it's a body test to see if anyone outside notices you. But you'll get your
Okay.
information without a test. If you go to the camera feed, it's a mind test to see if you can make sense of the low res camera image.
I'm gonna do the camera
Okay.
because I'm much better at mind.
Mind test then.
I'll look out the front window sneakily.
Body test then.
Yeah.
So Joe, that's
Pass.
pass. John, go ahead and give me that body test.
That is also a pass.
All right, so you're both going to kind of get this information. As you look, you can see that these footprints kind of stalk low along the side of the building, or along the front windows, kind of staying out of view, and cut into the grass, kind of like right across that long sidewalk. And you can see they kind of turn off, going across the main street through town that this Circle K is off of, and into the thickly wooded area that's across the street.
What direction is that in relation to the pool?
It's the wrong way. You're going to be going west, and the pool would be going like northeast.
All right. Sounds like we need to sneak out the back and head that way.
To the pool, right?
Hell no, this is great.
Oh, damn it.
I'm curious as to what's tiptoeing around Slashnet magazines.
Yeah.
That's fair.
You
It
all
is
Like, who would
surprised me.
slash up a magazine but not take a gun?
Oh, so it couldn't have been a Republican.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. I'm confused.
that's true.
Wow.
That's true.
Yeah, missed opportunity to take a gun. I mean, it was pretty gross, though.
Yeah.
It was.
True.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
I'll tell you
Yep.
this. It's easy enough. You sneak out the back. You kind of know the way. You swing out real wide, hang low, and eventually you kind of get outside of the area where you're worried about detection. You make it across the street, and you find yourselves in the entry of this wooded area, kind of where you saw those tracks going.
Carl, can you track this thing? You know about hunting.
I mean, I can sure give it a try.
I'll tell you what. You know about hunting. Give me a mind test with advantage.
Oh my. Oh,
Damn,
I
another
only need
fucking
guys.
one. What happened to the real Dan?
I tried to kill the party last time, so I don't
Okay.
know.
That's fair. Yeah, easy enough. You pick it up on this game trail, and you can follow this thing into the woods. You know where you've got a lead on it. You can track this thing.
Nice.
And is that what you do?
So
Yeah.
Okay. Now that the story
Bravely.
is progressing, I will actually get
Hulk
my
hands out front.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's maybe 15 to 20 minutes into this kind of thick wooded area. You cross a few streams here and there, and eventually you come to this clearing. And this clearing that's just thick with black flies. There's stench of death in the air. And as you kind of look around this clearing, you can see that it is very much like a killing field, like a mass graveyard for small woodland animals. You see meat and bones littered all around the ground with the pelts of all these animals. Like, you know, like the thrush, the bird, how it like skewers its prey on like thorns and shit so it can come back to it later. But on like small twigs and shit are like the skins, the pelts of all these animals, untreated, bloodied, mangled skins of animals. And it's just this really intensely disgusting field of viscera that you're going to have to pass through.
That's not normal, right?
No, this is decidedly weird.
In all the hunting that I've ever done hunting,
Now, Dan,
Okay.
speaking of hunting, you look around. You see that there are squirrel, raccoon, fox, possum, assorted birds, maybe a couple deer pelts, all hanging from these trees. And looking around the ground, I'm giving you this information because as a farmer, you would know how to hunt. You would know how to clean and break down game. You can see that there are like full animal corpses just degloved entirely. And their skins hanging from the trees, just left to rot in the dirt.
who wastes this?
It is a lot of intense waste.
Wait, this is like that movie with Arnold.
Twins?
No.
I like
Predator.
Twin- oh.
Predator.
Wait a second.
I think it was out by then. Look,
Dan,
90s
Google
were
when
fickle
Twins
blur.
came out.
Oh my gosh. All right.
There we go. That's my background for the rest of the session.
You had that like ready.
I do, because for our Pathfinder games, Maitreya and I play twins. She is a giant, muscular elf barbarian, and I am a tiny
1988.
Fuck yeah, twins is out. You could.
The only movie I saw with Arnold growing up was Jingle All the Way, and I was intensely confused as to how he was an actor.
Dan, when did Jingle All the Way come out?
All right, hold on.
I bet it's like
Predator was already out.
2002.
It was 96.
Predator was
It
out
was
in 97.
96. Okay.
So I would have been.
Jingle All the Way was 1996.
Yeah.
It looks like.
Okay. So I want to put out that the weirdest movie like that from my youth was Don't Stop or My Mom Will Shoot, starring Sylvester Stallone. It was the lady from the Golden Girls, right?
Yeah.
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 Yep.
I saw that at a drive-through theater or drive-in theater, whatever you call it.
For me, the weirdest was my parents surprise took me to go see RoboCop, and I had not seen any commercials or anything for it.
Great for a growing mind.
Yeah, because I was like 10 or so.
I
When did RoboCop come
remember
out?
my favorite gift as a child was someone gave me a brand new VHS copy of the Toxic Avenger because they thought they were buying me the Toxic Crusader cartoon show or cartoon on VHS. Yeah.
I was 8 when I saw RoboCop because it
Nice.
came out in 87,
Yeah.
and I saw it opening night.
How old would I have been? I would have been 3.
I remember the commercials for RoboCop, and those were rad.
Yeah.
I hadn't even seen commercials. I didn't know anything about it. Like, I was at the swimming hole with my friends, and my parents showed up, and they're like, "Okay, we're going to the movies." I'm like, "Oh, cool!"
And then they saw what Red Foreman can do, and everything changed.
When the Fire Nation attacked.
Yeah.
Oh
Red
no.
Foreman.
We'll see how
attacked.
good a cop you are with my foot up your ass.
So good.
Nice.
Anyway, just this visceral killing field. You can see though, Dan, that the tracks definitely they're all around this area. Whatever caused the trouble at the Circle K is responsible for this too, but the tracks do continue past the clearing. Goddamn music! Why
We
did you
just go
stop?
around the clearing and meet up with the tracks on the other side.
That sounds
like
like
that,
a good
Mike.
idea.
Okay, yeah. You can cut around the clearing. Not a problem. You get to the other side. You continue following. And eventually, it leads to a small outcropping of rocks into a cave mouth, leading underground.
And this is definitely
Wonderful.
not how we get to the pool.
I agree. Does anybody have a flashlight?
If
Oh,
anyone,
he even has a lighter.
Heathen does
do
have
have
a
a
lighter.
lighter.
Yeah. Okay. You bust out a lighter. You got some light.
I'm gonna hand Carl the shotgun, just in case, because he probably knows better how to use it than I do.
I try to rig up like a torch.
Not a problem, Joe. You spend a little bit of time. You find a stick. You wrap it in some leaves, some fucking cobweb and moss. Yeah, you can make a torch. Not a problem.
Okay. Light
Uh,
that up. Have that just to save some of my lighter.
Sure. Do you all head into the cave?
Yeah,
All right.
Bravely
Bravely.
into the cave.
very bravely.
Do we see these tiptoe tracks
going
around
in.
this cave?
Going in,
Or importantly and sadly, bravely not into the pool.
not into the pool.
Agreed.
Well,
This is like real life X Files. We got to do this.
yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Do we?
Apparently, I would really sure.
God, nerds! I swear.
As you all descend into the cave, smell of death, flies, muck on the ground, and you descend deeper. No signs of this creature, but you're still following the tracks until it opens up into this cavern. And in this cavern, you see the cave continues on past this cavern, but you see that there's like this strange shrine set up off to one side. You can see there's like candles, very low candles. Like they're not lit right now, but they've definitely they're on their last legs of how far down they've burnt. And let me...
Got raiders.
Oh, we got raiders. Who is it? Lollygaggers. Thank you for the
Oh
raid. We're
my
playing
gosh.
Teenage Odyssey.
Wow.
And
Wow.
I'm about to roll a d4. 1, 2, 3, 4. What did I get? 3. This is going to be Jake. Jake, I would really appreciate it if you could explain the shrine that you see to our viewers.
This is
Oh God.
Just looked at it.
this is a shrine to this is a creepy cave shrine with candles with a picture of Ronald Reagan in it. And there's a suit, just a suit.
Uh-huh.
Possibly Reagan's suit?
Yeah. Jake, go and give me a mind test.
Yeah, I think that qualifies for a mime test.
I'm pretty sure it does. Hey there, Raiders. I don't know if you know. We're playing Teenage Odyssey. It's an Into the Odd based game that I fucking made. I didn't make Into the Odd. That's Chris McDowell. I made Teenage Odyssey, surviving the 90s, and as weird as it can fucking get. It's on Kickstarter right now. If you haven't backed it, please back it and make me feel good. It'll also make, all of the Lollygagger crew that you love really happy as well. Jake, you rolled a fucking 1.
Yes, I did.
Nice.
What is my unbiased opinion
this
of
picture
Teenage
gives me the
Odyssey? I
vibes.
fucking love it. That's my unbiased opinion.
Yep.
Jake, the one thing that you notice is that this is like an oil painted like portrait of Ronald Reagan. But the mouth area is like fucked up. It's like blurred. It's mushed around. Almost like someone has been making out with this portrait of Ronald Reagan.
Aside from that last detail, this gives me the sense of like, this picture seems like someone found a very unremarkable cave
Yeah.
and then combined some old Ronald Reagan historical memorabilia they had just to make this some sort of an attraction. That's what
They
it looks
made
like.
it a home, Joe. That's what they did.
Do the candle? You said there are like candles in here. Do they seem like they're placed in any kind of specific pattern?
You don't need a roll for this. No, it's just
Okay.
like if you go into like a
Romantic
church.
lighting, probably.
You know what?
Yeah.
I like Jake's answer better.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
How burnt are these candles?
They're burnt
on a
way
scale
down.
of
Yeah.
fresh. Okay.
I'm gonna check out that jacket. See if there's anything in the pockets.
You check the pockets and give me a luck test, John. Give me a luck test.
Oh, I'm so good at these.
Okay. It's time. It's time to make your appearance on the stream, Coco.
Nope, that's a fail because my luck is 2.
Empty pockets.
Hold on.
Empty pockets.
There's that
All right.
cat.
There
Dun,
it is.
dun, dun.
Which cat is that? Is
I'm
that
gonna
Coco?
put on the.
That's the Coco.
I'm putting on the jacket.
The jacket's been sitting here for a long while. Like it's covered in like dust, but you take it, you shake it off.
Yeah.
It's big on you, yeah. But it's an adult sized jacket with this, like red tie. Yeah. You're wearing
I put the tie around my head.
like Rambo.
Red Dawn style.
Yeah. Red Dawn. Yeah, that's spot on. All those cocoa bits. That's fantastic. Thank you very much.
Mhm.
But the cave does continue past this Reagan shrine.
Okay. I already
guess
don't
we'll
want to
keep
go in
going.
here. Yeah.
You keep going.
I should have got
The
a
story must
disposable camera.
You should have. You should
We
have.
should have
gotten-
grabbed some Zima while we were robbing the.
You should have
grocery-
grabbed some fucking Zima. Yeah.
Missed opportunities.
I thought of it
Oh, maybe we can grab some on our way back.
because that was the teenage drink of choice back then.
Yeah. I wouldn't say that. Mine was Captain Morgan.
If you didn't know any better.
Yeah. Yeah, we've already talked about Crystal Pepsi. That's where it's at. Anyway, as you continue in deeper.
Comes out later this year or later that year.
Oh, yeah, Crystal Pepsi doesn't exist yet.
Yeah,
Fuck.
December 1992.
Okay. The next
So
cavern
close, but so
opens
far
up,
away.
I looked it up.
and there's all of these, and you hear this like low moaning, not from a single entity, but many, many entities. And as you look around this area with the torch that Joe has, you can see there's all like these like cocoons, but not like spider cocoons, like this thick, lumpy white like cocoons adhering these human-sized pods to the walls.
Only had a spear.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Spear every last one of them.
yeah.
Just to be safe.
It happened in one of our campaigns, and it was a great decision.
It was. Who needs replacement characters in a DCC funnel when you can just
Yeah.
murder them?
Yep.
We didn't even get experience from it.
Nope.
That's the worst part.
Yeah,
the
because
opposite
you
of
couldn't
it.
watch the light in their eyes fade, so there's no
Right.
experience.
Yeah,
yet.
no, you got to see that light fade to get XP. But yeah, you can see just countless of these pods along the walls, all kind of like making this like moaning noise occasionally, maybe like a weird like little hiccup noise. The cave does continue on past this weird pod room. What do you all do?
I want to find the smallest pod
Mhm.
and cut it open with my pocket knife and see what's inside.
Yeah, not a problem. You find the smallest pod. You carefully cut through this lumpy, gross looking, like yellowish white pod casing. What do you got, John?
If the person inside says "kill me," kill them because I saw this movie.
So, Joe, as you cut this open, now this is image is about to show you kind of is a reflection of multiple of these pods.
Clear this here. Oh, geez.
Oh,
Ah,
Joe, why don't you describe what you see inside this pod?
It looks like a bunch of George H. Bush action figures got melted in a fire.
Yeah, you see this deformed looking George H.W. Bush poking its malformed head out of this pod where you cut it open as it whispers the words at you. Strategery.
I'm gonna do my best to close the pod back up.
Okay, yeah.
It's time to move on to flamethrowers
it
that we
is.
don't have.
Now's when we could have used a Zima.
I don't know if I want to know if there's different presidents in the other ones or more of the same.
Only one way to find out.
We can check on our way back out.
Yeah.
I'll let you know. Maybe John goes and pokes one open and it is another malformed George H.W. Bush.
Yeah, I'd go check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All of them appear to be in different states of growth. It's like that scene in the best Star Wars movie. What is that? Episode 9, when there's all those fucking Snokes in the
At least he
cloning
didn't
chambers.
say 8.
I don't know which is worse. I really don't.
8 is by far worse.
Yeah.
I like
It's set up Pickle Rick.
Pickle Rick. Tear down that wall. That was Reagan. This is George H.W. Bush. The cave does continue.
Okay. We'll leave this behind us and keep going.
Hope that bravely keep going.
Eventually, as you keep going, you find yourselves entering in one final cavern, this circular cavern with candles lit around. The walls burnt down low, and you can see scraped into every wall, everywhere, all over, just repeating over and over again. The letters O-I-L.
Wonder what's so important about that.
Well,
Wonder what that stands for.
yeah, it's got to be
just
one of
know the
those M&Ms.
Is that what was on the back of the stormtroopers outfits?
Must have been.
Yeah.
As you're all kind of taking in this strange visage, you hear somewhere in the darkness a cry, just this primal guttural scream, as the sound of heavy footprints racing towards you, and eventually entering the light.
Here we go.
Joe's.
Oh no.
Christ. Fucking Christ. What am I doing with my life? Joe's torchlight. I gotta roll a d4. I want one of the players to describe this. Jake's already described something. John, have you described anything yet?
No.
Lucky you.
Oh God.
Oh my god.
Tattered clothes, filthy, covered in blood and viscera. No feet, walking up on its like, walking kind of awkwardly, not on its heels. The tattered clothes, just filthy, covered, revealing a little too much, is just this magnum meat hangs freely.
It is Dick Cheney with glowing red eyes in like the remnants of a wrestling unitard and remnants. And yeah.
I don't know who that is. That sounds familiar though.
You're better off not knowing.
You're old enough to know who he is.
So Joe, you know who George H.W. Bush is, right?
Yes.
His Emperor Palpatine, the evil lord behind the scenes controlling everything, was Dick Cheney, his vice president.
Okay.
We shot a friend in the face with a shotgun while
He shot a friend in the face with a fucking shotgun. Oops, it was an accident.
Oops.
didn't kill the guy.
As you do.
That's how I do.
You get bird shot. It's fine. The
Is
guy
that
was
why
like,
he
"I
didn't take
should've
the
been there."
shotgun?
He's afraid it might happen again.
I'm not saying anything. As he yells out in this primal, unintelligible scream, poised, ready to strike. I think we're going to go into initiative because fuck me, I've made enough mistakes. Let's just keep this train rolling.
It's popcorn, correct?
No, actually.
No, it is
Chuck
roll.
discovered that it's
It's
body, right?
the other game that's popcorn.
Hmm.
So it is roll a body test. If you
Oh my
pass,
gosh.
you go before the enemy. If you fail, you go after the enemy.
That's a lot of 19s right there.
Yeah, it is.
Game was saving him up.
You said it's a body test?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's amazing the
Pass.
information I find when I read my own rules.
Why would you do that?
I wouldn't.
I don't
It
recommend
just
it.
highlights my mistakes that I'm going to ignore later. Ah, fuck. So this is one of those things where right after I got off work, Joe messaged me. And he's like, April's not going to be in tonight because she's sick. So, like, I need you to run some Teenage Odyssey. And I'm like, yeah, I'll run it. Not a problem. So I did everything except for, like, stat outs. Dick Cheney.
I assume shooting him with a shotgun's only gonna make him angry then, so.
Oh, I hate that.
I don't know
I'm
if he's
doing
Mongo or
this.
not, you know?
I mean, if Dick Cheney shooting someone with a shotgun doesn't kill them, then somehow I assume the inverse applies.
True. Yeah. He's immune to shotguns.
Let's see. I need to pick out one more
Punish
tag
Cheney.
for Dick Cheney.
What'd you say, Joe?
So I'm
Is it
statting
Punish
out
Cheney?
Dick Cheney right now. Oh, that's it. That's the last tag I need.
Unbreakable Cheney.
He's the unbreakable Cheney. Yes, that's it.
That's his wrestling name.
Okay. Who passed?
I did.
Anyone else pass?
Nope.
Nope.
Joe, it's your turn. So I'll
Okay.
tell you what, you did go through the trouble of making a torch, right?
Yep.
I'm going to say that torch is a one-handed weapon, and I'm also going to give it the tag of tell you what, we'll call it flammable. So the way this works is you get to deal your damage. Mr. Cheney here gets to make a body test. If he fails, he takes an additional D10 fire damage. So you're going to give me your D6 for your damage for swinging it with your torch. If you're swinging with your torch, you're welcome to do whatever. I just want to put out that your torch has the flammable tag.
That is probably my best weapon, so I'll do that. Is it just roll, or do I have to make a body test to see if I hit?
Nope. In this game, you just roll your damage. It's an auto hit every time.
Yeah.
Not bad.
5
damage.
damage.
Nice.
All right, and Mr. Cheney's going to make a body test. I'm going to roll a D20. He does, in fact, pass, so he does not take any fire damage.
Okay.
All right, Joe. It's Mr. Cheney's turn.
Mm-hmm. I've provoked him.
This is gonna go good for you, Joe.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm about to get a history lesson.
Because there's a lot of tags that you can have in Teenage Odyssey to apply to your monsters to make them valuable.
Mm-hmm.
And one of these tags I'm about to leverage against you. Dick Cheney has the Pied Piper tag, which allows him
Oh no.
to exert mental control over a lot of things, including weak-minded creatures. So, Joe, you got to give me a mind
No.
test.
That's probably all of us,
If you fail,
except for Joe.
that's a pass, man. You're what,
I
an
pass.
18?
Yep. I have an 18.
Yeah,
Mine-
yeah.
Yeah.
You can feel this pressure riding over you. And it doesn't succeed. And in frustration, this Cheney creature, pulls out this very nice golden pin, and it's just going to try and jam it into your fucking neck.
Okay.
Joe, I'm going to deal Fucking Christ. I didn't say 2. I said 1, you son of a biscuit.
That's all
eater.
of my health.
2 damage.
You'll be fine.
I have
So-
1 health.
You lose that 1 health and it takes out 1 point of your body, which means you need to make me a body test. Remember, you always roll
Okay.
against your max body. Yeah. I don't remember how injuries work. Is that a fail?
I fail.
All right, your luck is a 1, correct?
Yep.
All right. Let me look at the injury section, because depending on your luck determines how many d6s you roll on the injury table. But of course, I don't
Is it
fucking remember
inverse?
things. So a 0 to 1 luck score is 3d6, 2 to 3 is 2d6, 4 to 6 is 1d6. Joe, you got to roll me 3d6.
8. Is it the total, or is it?
You roll 3d6 and you give me the total, yeah. So he wins
8.
you as he jams this very nice pin in your neck. You just lose your next turn in combat.
Okay.
All right, that's the Cheney's turn. Dan, John, Jake, it's your turn.
He autographs my esophagus.
I
Mm-hmm,
have.
I will
Oh.
take a 3-point stance and charge this guy.
Absolutely. So you got a football helmet and pads on, right?
Just the pads.
Just the pads. Okay. An unarmed attack is just a d4, but you are
No.
charging him. So I'll tell you what, he's going to make a body test, or you're going to make a knock him prone.
Cool.
So go ahead and roll your d4 for your damage. 3 damage, ain't
3.
bad. He does pass his body test. So
Yeah. Still checked him. Bam.
you still checked him. You still hit him for 3 damage. Yeah. Okay. John or Dan?
What are you thinking, Dan?
I got a pocket knife, and it's probably good for stabbing.
It's
Go
a
ahead and stab
d6
him.
worth of stab. It's the same amount of stab as your radioactive fists.
I know. I was trying to think of something that might be useful to do with the pocket knife that maybe I couldn't do with my fists, but I haven't got an angle on it.
Okay. Well,
I'm not sure I want to actually take any more of his clothes off of him
I wouldn't.
than already are.
I wouldn't. Still,
But he does, is he like got the pen, like, is he holding it?
yeah, it's still like mid jugular on Joe's character.
So maybe we can like get him in the wrist or something and see if we can get him to let go.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm perfectly happy to
Okay.
do the
So
cold
you
shot
get to
for
do
that.
your d6 damage, and this fucker needs to make a body test.
I got
Dan.
a 10 under.
Oh,
18.
that's right. You're doing called shots right, and I am ignoring called
Yep.
shots. Called shots, in some situations, you may want to hit a specific goal target while making an attack. Cha-cha-cha, fucking words. For called shot, you must succeed on a body test. Yeah, okay. So you get a deal of D6, and you just get your effect. That's an
Oh, look at that.
explosion, man. So roll another D6.
Ooh.
So Dan rolled a 6, then
Yeah.
he rolled a 5.
You-
That
you
is
know, I'll take that.
11 damage. Did you want to spend a point of
That's-
luck to turn that 5 into a 6?
I feel like with my only 1 point of luck I have, that it's probably not worth it for 1 point of damage.
Okay. Well, the thing is, it would make that explode. So then you would roll
I know.
another D6. Okay, but that's fine. 11 damage is
I figure
still...
I'll save it for next time when I do 1 damage.
Okay. And also, since you did succeed on your called shot, you do free Joe from Dick Cheney's grasp.
Awesome.
Nice.
John, it's your turn.
All right. I pull off my tie bandana, widen it a bit, and then I run at him, and I'm gonna try to loop it around, and then like garrote him, like loop it and noose it, and
Okay.
choke him out.
Oh, so you're trying to garrote. Now, the way... that's going to be a D6 damage.
Yeah. It's gonna be tricky.
Let me look at my tags, because I'm pretty sure we have a weapon tag for choking. Okay, so as long as you keep this Groat on, each turn after this, it's automatically going to take a D4 damage in addition to any additional damage you inflict on it. So just, yeah, roll me a D6, man.
6.
That fucking explodes. Let's roll another D6. Another 11 damage. Holy shit. You guys are beating the
Nice.
fuck out of Dick Cheney. All right, next round of combat. Each of you. Yeah, Dick Cheney will make his anti-Garrote test on his turn. And
Fair
if
enough.
he fails, he takes a D4. So each of you go and make another body test. Oh, Joe, don't roll a 20.
Oh no.
I failed.
Just
Oh, I rolled another 19 again.
Fuck. So, Jake, did you pass?
I did.
All right, Jake, it's your turn.
I'm just gonna punch him.
Fucking punch him. Punch is a D4. Do you have any weapons? What kind of gear do you have?
I got a pencil.
Pencil is a one-handed weapon. That deals a D6.
Unfortunately, it's in my backpack.
Okay. I mean, you're right
So.
there. I would let you pull it out for your movement.
Oh, well, in that case, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll pull out a pencil.
And deal a D6.
I'm a jock. I don't use it anyway.
Who the
so.
fuck needs a pencil? Goddamn nerds.
Exactly.
It's not even sharpened.
I'm going to college on a scholarship. This is
Yeah,
ridiculous.
fuck that noise. 3 damage. Do you want to spend a
Yeah,
point of luck to turn
I
that
will.
3 into a 6? All right.
I will.
So that turns that 3 into a 6, which explodes. You're going to roll me another D6. 7
1.
damage.
Aw.
All right, listen. 7 damage is fine. I will let you all in on a little secret. Dick Cheney only has 1 hit point left,
Oh, nice.
but then it does fall into his body stat.
Ooh.
And it is, in fact,
So
Dick Cheney's turn. Yeah?
We got a little ways to go yet.
yes.
Dick Cheney does pass his body test. He does not take that extra D4 damage. Oh, what is he gonna do? Dan, you're gonna give me a mind test.
Oh no. Oh,
You
okay. I
passed.
passed.
Yeah, you pass. So he does not take over you. He does not mind control you. He is being choked. He did not take damage. He's not going to take the time to try and break that because he's got more important things to do. And one of those more important things to do is he leaves that pin sprouting out of Joe's neck. And he is just going to take a hard swipe with his talons at you, Dan.
Oh no.
And Dan, he is going to inflict 4 points of damage on you.
That brings me to 0.
Exactly 0?
Exactly.
Okay, you're good.
Exactly 0.
You're good. No need to roll an injury test. So that means Joe, Dan, or John, it is your turn.
I have a dumb idea for when we're ready.
Okay. You can go first if you want.
Oh, well, obviously, since his clothes are torn and everything, it's time for the classic titty twister.
Purple Nurple, absolutely.
Yeah.
Another
With
called
radioactive
shot.
hands.
Oh, shit. Another called shot. So you're going to get to deal D6 damage. You
Okay.
pass. You're
Pass.
called shot, Purple Nurple.
Dang.
Roll another
My
D6.
God.
Oh,
Because
okay.
you got he's got 2 nipples. That's going to deal 9 damage.
All right.
You're
I'll,
good.
I'll take it
you-
for what it's at.
Okay. Do you want to explode either of those?
Nah, I still want to keep that at 1 point of luck because you never know.
I understand. Shit. So next thing is he's gonna have to. Let me double check my rolls here because I don't remember on injuries. Let's look at the rules. Every time your body is reduced by damage, you must roll a number of d6s. Oh, you don't get to make a body test to avoid injury. As soon as your body score is reduced, you roll to see if you take an injury. Because I wanted to cut out a roll. So, Mr. Dick Cheney, his luck is that number, which means he only has to roll a d6. That is a 3. He's fine. No ill effect. Okay. You did.
Dang.
You reduced him down. He's in his body score. So you did your damage. Just the titty twisters didn't have any additional effect. All right. So
We'll get him next time.
Yeah. Joe or John?
So has he slipped the garrote, or is he still in it?
He's
and
still
fighting
in
it?
it. He just didn't take damage from it. So if you wanted to just reapply that d6
Yeah.
damage,
Yep.
yeah. Don't forget you've got a shotgun.
Dan has.
I'm worried about shooting the shotgun in a cave.
I will spend
This is a
point of
great
luck.
time. John
to
rolled a
explode
1.
that.
You turn that into a phase 6. All right. Roll another d6.
For another one.
That's 3. You deal
3.
9. You deal 9 damage.
It's not bad.
Just like,
Can't decide. Maybe he likes it. I'm not sure.
His
don't look down.
limp body drops to the floor. Joe, I think it's your turn.
I don't trust that he's dead. I'm gonna take the pen out of my neck and then stab him with it.
Okay, that's a d6. Oh, that explodes as well. So roll another d6. All right, 8 damage
Must have been a fountain
altogether.
pen.
That's really what I was imagining. Speaking of fountain pens, I've got one right here on my desk. Look at this. Pilot vanishing point. Best
Oh, that's
fucking
a nice
pen
one.
you can get. I love this pen. Because I started doing prep in my fucking books again, like handwritten prep. Because I'm like, you
Nice.
know what?
Nice.
I don't go anywhere. I can have my notebooks with me all the time. Why am I not using them? Anyway, Joe, that's great damage. And that is also the end of the this round. Dick Cheney
Okay.
appears to be lying dead on the ground. Go ahead and roll your initiative again.
A fail.
You all looked, the lowest we got was a 14. 14, 14,
That's
16,
past me.
18. Did you pass?
I did.
All right, it is your turn.
Pass for
then.
me.
All right, those of you who passed, it's your turns. Jake, you failed. Is that correct?
I failed.
All right. Dan, John, your turn.
Go.
Yeah, I still have my dad's hammer in my backpack, so I pull out the hammer and I just smash Dick Cheney in the back of the head with my hammer.
Absolutely. Give me a body test.
A body test? Okay.
Yeah.
all right,
This
yeah.
is a called shot.
Oh, yeah,
You're
called
hitting him in
shot,
the
yeah.
head.
I don't know.
That's
I'll connect.
pass.
Yep.
You rolled a 9. All right, that's pass. Give me your d6 damage.
3.
As you
Thicker
bury
than I
this
thought.
hammer in the back of its head, all of a sudden there's a cold rush of wind through this cave. The body shivers, the body shakes, and immediately before you all, this body immediately starts shriveling, cracking, breaking to bits, and turning to ash. We can get out of initiative now.
Did we get him?
Probably
I
would
think
have
you
turned
got
into
the
oil.
crap out of him.
Or did he get away?
I don't know.
The cave
So,
does not appear to go any deeper.
Can we see? Well, we didn't look at how he was standing. He
Yeah,
was
you
like
did.
up on
Yeah.
his.
I described that at the beginning. He was standing up on his feet like that.
Oh, okay.
Also, you all notice that the coat that John's wearing starts kind of cracking and like the seams start coming undone. It kind of falls apart around John's character.
Well, that's a shame.
Very much so.
Let's check on those pods, see if they're getting all messed up.
Yeah, you fall back and you look where those pods were. They're all starting to melt like wax. No signs of life there.
I guess no one's ever gonna believe us now.
I don't even know why I went and attacked that gas station. But you know what? We now have time to go to the pool.
We do.
Yeah, Heaven, how's your neck?
I need to go to a hospital.
Now the great
Yeah, I
news
should find-
is
Probably
And
take him to a hospital.
Teenage Odyssey, there are two ways to heal. One is by having a snack, and the other one's going to bed. Let's take a look at the rules for having a snack. I know I
Just
means-
put some red vines right into
Yeah.
the hole in your neck.
5 to 10
Well,
minutes. You have to have some kind of food to snack on,
We
and
have
you
food
get to
snack.
recover D6 damage. It goes to body first, and then to HP.
We definitely have food to snack on.
So
We
why don't
definitely
each
have
of
Just
you
thought he
roll?
stabbed me in like the side of the neck and not the front of the neck. Then I would have had to talk to a computer or something.
Oh yeah, fucking Christ!
If he stabbed you in the back of the neck, you
It
might have
all
been in a
comes
wheelchair.
around.
Right. I was like, missed opportunity. But you could have also just put the red vines just directly in.
Yeah.
You just plug the hole with a Cheeto.
A bugle
Yeah.
would be the appropriate answer.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You all patch yourselves up. You head to the pool. Sadly, because the creature that you killed in the woods dissolved, disintegrated, the next few weeks of your summer vacation are under lockdown as the local and the county sheriffs and police lock the town down searching for the animal. Eventually, no signs are found, and lockdown releases a few days before school starts back up. And that's the end of our adventure for tonight.
Someone somewhere has gas station footage of feral Dick Cheney.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. And that's the adventure for tonight. Congratulations, everyone. You made it. So Jake and Joe, it is your first. I'm going to let you two level up. You get to move to level 2. You each get to add +1 to your max hit points. Jake, what kind of weapon did you use tonight? You were tackling
Pencil.
people and you
Yeah.
penciled people. I'll tell you what, your perk, I'm going to let you take a perk for leveling up. Your perk is going to be that your tackles now count as a D6 damage rather than a
Nice.
D4. Joe,
I'll take it.
what was your main attack that you did tonight?
I was attacking with my torch and a pen.
You were, but you were also very smart. I'll tell you what, Joe. Your perk is going to be that you've dealt with the ultimate adult, Dick Cheney. You now, any test that this character takes in the future to try and determine the secret motives of adults gets advantage.
Okay.
Well,
John and Dan, I'm going to let you two level up too, but you're already this will be level 3 for your characters. Level 3 is you get to increase your max hit points by 1, and you get to increase 2 separate max stats by 1.
Now, can body go can a max stat of 18 go beyond 18, or does it need to go into something else?
Let me check. No stat can be increased beyond 19.
Okay, so I could put one into body and put it
make
at
a
19.
Yeah, you can. That
Okay.
means next time Joe levels up, his mind can go to 19. All right. That's the session. That's the one shot because April hates us / she's
Yep.
sick and we really hope she gets feeling better. I guess let's do our closing round of plugs and then make like some trees and get the fuck out of here. I'll lead us off with Teenage Odyssey, the game you just witnessed. It is on Kickstarter now. If you do not go back it and help it fund, Adam has threatened to force me to delete all files and throw all of my notes in the trash. If it doesn't fund, it disappears from the world forever. So please help Teenage Odyssey become something that everyone can enjoy by backing it on Kickstarter. Dan, you want to throw the command !teens in the chat so people can see the Kickstarter link?
Oh, I certainly can.
Thank
if
you,
I
Rich.
actually put an exclamation mark,
Yeah, very cool.
not a tilde.
Not a tilde. All right, John, what do you got?
Defenders of Cobalt YouTube channel. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we've got new episodes of our season 2 of our Pathfinder game, except this time it's we're doing Outlaws of Alkenstar, and the heist will be happening soon.
Yeah.
You can see Jake and Chuck and Joe in that, as well as April and Maitre and
Theron, because you forgot his name.
Theron. I like it was there and then it was gone. I'm
Listen,
like, God damn it.
give John a break. Theron, he's an offline player mostly, so give John a break. He's only met Theron like once. It's fine.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Yeah, the fucker's like 6'5", so you can't trust him anyway. Anyone taller than me is clearly up to something. Like, why are you so tall? What are you doing up there? I think he's 6'5" or 6'6". I don't fucking know.
It's literally built into the phrase "up to something."
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm 6'4". Anyone taller than me is clearly up to some fucking shenanigans. Joe, how tall are you?
6'4" as well.
Thank God. Speaking of that, Joe, what do you want to throw out there?
When everyone's here and not being mean to me, then we will play Anvia some more.
Looking at you, April.
We're getting pretty close to wrapping up the campaign, which is kind of why I wanted everyone there. I feel like with the way our decision making's going, it could be any second. Yeah. But yeah, Anvia game system, I'm dragging these guys through, play testing it.
Yeah.
It's good. Every Friday.
It is good. It's a great game.
Every Friday that we play it, it's here.
It is.
And it suddenly reminded me that we almost accidentally preemptively ended our Night Below campaign on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it was a fucking roll. Was that you, Dan?
I mean, who else could it have been?
Yeah. It was one of those rolls where I'm like, give me a luck test, and if you fail it, campaign's over.
Wow.
Yeah. Jake, you want to throw anything out there?
Zing! ! Cola gives you the energy you need to get into politics, worm your way up the system, become puppet master of the President of the United States of America. Do not operate while hunting.
That's amazing. Anyway, that's the session. Next time you see us will be on Wednesday as we continue Night Below. Dungeon Crawl Classics. Of course, if you're looking at YouTube, then you're going to probably eyeball Monday, maybe for this episode. I don't fucking know. Tuesday for John's games. And then, next Friday we'll be back here. Back the fucking Kickstarter. What are you doing with your lives? Do it.
That's right.
Oak, thank you. Oak's got a game that's later than us, so also go check out Oak. Yeah, That's it. Anyway, until we see you next time, everything in the world is Dick Cheney's fault, and we'll catch you later. Well, no, I can't say that. That's
I get
unfair.
the name now.
Everything is Ronald Reagan's fault. Until we see you next time, deuce, goodbye. John, what name do you get?
No, you said the name of this one was Everything's All Right.
Yeah, because Dick Cheney's on the right side. Yeah.
Everything's all right.
It all comes around. It all comes around.
It
Anyway,
does.
yeah. Goodbye, you fuckers.
Yeah.